the third rail of politics is Social Security. No one deals with it. It keeps getting knocked down the road. They're saying Social Security is bankrupt in 2035 or whatever. There's been a lot of things offered in terms of private investment, taking Social Security and putting the private equities in that type of thing, or into public markets. Is there any hope from your perspective and from an economic perspective that our government and our politicians will come up with any kind of reasonable fix within the next 10 years? I mean, you know, it falls off the cliff, so you'd say, well, they have to do something. But what's realistic? What's a stepwise approach that from an economic and a financial and a public markets perspective could possibly get any traction with the politicians in Washington?
I appreciate asking a question that is basically universally of interest to people. Maybe some of our listeners didn't like me talking about middle markets and private equity, but Social Security hits everyone. I will push back on one thing you said, where you said no one wants to address it. Paul Ryan wanted to address it, and they said he was pushing grandma off a wheelchair, off a cliff in a wheelchair. And the Obama-appointed Simpson-Bowles Commission wanted to address it, and they dismissed all of their findings. So there has been some sober attempt in the last 15 years to look at this seriously, but it was, I believe, out of cowardice, dismissed. There is a spreadsheet and knobs to be turned that avoid some of the issues you're talking about, Social Security. But the biggest thing I have to say is I do not believe it is merely the politicians and the government doing the right thing. It is that the voters who elect them have to do the right thing. And I very much believe we're into the territory now, to kind of borrow from Churchill's old phrase, that Americans can always be counted on to do the right thing after they've tried everything else. There isn't going to be an easy way for them to fix it. We rejected the opportunities to make this easy, so now we have to do it hard. Now, what are the things that can be done? Just eliminating a cost of living, means testing a cost of living adjustment. Just that alone saves pro forma over time trillions of dollars. There are so many various things in the Social Security window. Ultimately, they most certainly are going to adjust the retirement age and leave a window of time that will be unaffected. So for example, if I were king for a day, everybody that right now is under retirement age, but over the age of 55 would be unaffected, and people between 50 and 55 would have a slight adjustment, and under 50 a bigger adjustment to the future retirement age. That would buy us 25 years.